Welcome back, everyone, here to Live Now from Fox. I'm your host, Mike Pace. Always great to be with you. You can follow me on X, Pace Live Now. Love to hear from all of our great viewers. Well, we do have some breaking news that we want to bring to you. Just 32 days to go until the election, and Republicans are getting worried about the amount of non-citizens that are on voting rolls right now. There has been a lot of purges across the different states, and that is getting Congress Republicans a little bit scared about, okay, if they're purging, just how many more are left on the rolls. And that is sending Congress now sending a letter to Attorney General Merrick Garland demanding some answers. So let's get right into it here for you on Live Now from Fox, as we bring you always the most top stories and live feeds all right here. Dozens of lawmakers in the House and Senate are calling for more information from the Justice Department about efforts to stop non-citizen voting in federal elections, which they call a, quote, serious threat to election integrity, citing officials in multiple states who have identified non-citizens on their voter rolls. A letter from 73 lawmakers led by Senator Bill Hagerty and Representative Andy Biggs sent to Attorney General Merrick Garland said that they were deeply concerned by reports of non-citizens registering to vote and voting in federal elections, and had not received a response from an inquiry in July on the matter here. And what I have is the full letter, and I'm going to read it for everyone here on Live Now from Fox, because remember, I'm always looking out for you as we have the full letter. I'm going to read it out right here on Live Now from Fox, everybody. Let's bring it to you. This is the letter from more than 70 Republicans. Dear Attorney General Garland, we are deeply concerned by reports of non-citizens registering to vote and voting in federal elections. As of today, there has been no response from you or your department regarding the inquiry on July 12th, 2024, seeking information on efforts undertaken by your department to enforce laws prohibiting non-citizen voting. Given that the 2024 presidential election is now less than 34 days, your department's inaction and refusal to provide any information regarding its efforts to promote public trust and confidence in our elections is especially alarming. Since the initial letter, several more concerning reports have been released by state officials, indicating that a large number of non-citizens appear on their voter rolls. For example, the Virginia Attorney General recently announced that 6,300 non-citizens were identified on and removed from Virginia voter rolls in 2022 and 2023. In another troubling report released in August, over 6,500 non-citizens registered to vote in Texas were identified and removed from voter rolls. Of the 6,500 non-citizens identified, nearly 2,000 had a voter history. Clearly, there is non-negligible amount of voter participation by non-citizens in federal elections, which is not only a serious threat to the integrity of our elections and the democratic process they represent, but also the potential to reduce Americans' trust and confidence in election results. Accordingly, we respectfully reiterate the July 12th request for information on your department's enforcement efforts. The initial deadline for providing this information was July 26, 2024, so the response is now 9 weeks overdue. Please provide responses to the following no later than October 16th, 2024. Including, please provide the number of aliens who have been charged, tried, or convicted under 18 U.S.C. 611 since January 20th, 2021, including the status of each case. Please provide the number of aliens who have been charged, tried, or convicted since January 20th, 2021, including the status of each case. Please provide the number of aliens who have been prosecuted under 18 U.S.C. 9/11 since 2021, including the status of each case. Please provide the number of referrals received from other government officials or the public in reference to the statute cited in questions 1 through 3. How does the Department of Justice investigate allegations received of non-citizen voting or voter registration? What affirmative steps have the Department of Justice taken to detect, prevent, and deter illegal aliens and non-citizens from registering and voting in federal elections? What affirmative steps have the department taken to obtain relevant information from the Department of Homeland Security on aliens who have registered or voted in elections? What steps have taken by U.S. attorneys and the Public Integrity Section of the Criminal Division, which is responsible for prosecuting election crimes and assisting U.S. attorneys in prosecuting election crimes, to obtain jury-related information that indicates aliens have unlawfully registered to vote? As the 2024 election nears, what steps will the department take to detect, investigate, and prosecute non-citizens who violate election laws? What steps have the department taken to contact Virginia and Texas election officials to obtain information and the voter registration and voter history files on each of the aliens removed from the voter rolls who were unlawfully registered and voted in those states? Thank you for your attention to this matter, and we look forward to your prompt reply. And it's signed by the more than 70 congressmen and women who are looking into this very, very closely. And again, we will be continuing to follow it for you all right here on Live Now from Fox. I am your host, Mike Pace. You could follow me on X. Let me know your thoughts here on this matter. Again, we are just 32 days away from a huge, huge election, and Congress, specifically Republicans, are demanding answers from the Department of Justice on what is the status of non-citizens on these voter rolls, how many have been purged across the states, and more, how many are still on the rolls right now.